All right, welcome everyone. Today's Technical Tuesday, May 26th. Let's go ahead and get started on the charts, get you guys seeing what I see, and hopefully learning some new stuff in here. Obviously, that's the whole purpose behind this, is so you guys can be able to see my charts and then possibly add this onto your own strategy. So first, let's start off with looking at what we have on the calendar for today. So yesterday there was, or earlier, there was some high impact on NZD. At 12:30, there's medium impact on the euro. And then at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard, we have high impact on AUD. Just going to be looking at overall like the majors for today with some euro in there, AUD, just seeing what we see on the charts. And by the way, you guys that are here live, you guys can ask me any questions. I'm constantly looking over at the chat area, just trying to help you guys out here. And then those of you guys that are watching recording, like and subscribe, YouTube channel. But yeah, so let's go on to the charts. Now, USDCAD, anyone get on that signal? There was a sell signal on USDCAD. Actually had the sell indicator, which those that are inside the 7-day FX Mastery, you guys don't have this one just yet. On the next one, I'm going to be releasing that one. Don't have the date yet when the next live is going to be, but it's going to be pretty soon. I want to say within like a month or so. So yeah, I see Merlin mentioned that he was on it. Awesome. So let's look at different things. AUD, USD. Let me actually put everything back to the 1 hour. Okay. AUD, USD, we have 3 at the top. Strong. There was a strong push coming down. I actually mentioned this probably like last week or 2 weeks ago, where a lot of what was happening with the market was there was a big crash, and then it's going into an uptrend, and then most around this area is when it started reversing. Now in this area right here, I had thought that it was going to go into like a full reversal, but then it continued to break above and then just continue going up. So overall, just going to be keeping an eye on this one for reversal. Now it didn't give me the confirmation yet for the sell just yet, because this was kind of forming like a triple top, but didn't fully go through. But yeah, as you guys can see, actually, let me, one sec. Okay, so right now it's pretty much at like this really strong support going on to like a resistance area right now. So gonna be checking out AUD USD. And then, by the way, if you guys want me to check out any other pairs that you see like a potential setup, you can write in the chat area. Maybe want me to confirm with you. Someone said GJ. Let's check that one out. Okay. Let's check out EURGBP. Okay, EURGBP is a pretty good one. Yeah, we're gonna check that one out. And someone said UJ. Check that one out as well, because we're checking out GJ. All right. GBP AUD. Done with UCAD for right now, so get rid of that one. GBP AUD. Okay. going to be looking at that one on my charts. All right, so let's just stick with those. UJG, GBPAUD, EURGBP, GBPJPY, EURJPY, and then probably looking at some other ones real quick. So let's start off first with, let's see, which one looked pretty good. I think it was, yeah, EURGBP. I'm going to start off with that one. One sec. Okay. So already just with regular price action, price is already starting to go into the downtrend. It was previously forming higher highs, higher lows, but let's look at the bigger time frame just so you guys can see what I see here. So there's a strong resistance area right here. Price broke through, but you can see this long wick. This area right here where we see this wick is mainly like an area where, I don't know if you guys have heard about it, about stop hunting. This happens pretty often where it will just come onto here where people place like their stop losses or they enter buy stops, and then strong rejection coming down. Overall, the consolidation's happening. Now, being that there's a strong reaction right here, I can see this continuing to drop into the downtrend. So there's kind of two different ways as far as like when it comes to the fibs on this. So I'm going to erase this here. So on the bigger time frame Fibonacci, we would get the low to the high. Let me erase this one here. Okay, so we get the low to the high, and then price was around that 61.8 area, and then it came above, did this pattern down here, triple bottom, and then it broke out, hit its take profit level on the breakout. So if we see me zooming in here, distance from here to here, expected to go up. So it had already hit that target area, which means it doesn't necessarily need to continue going up. Usually after it hits like the 61.50% area, it will continue to go up, most likely to the 0.0. But being that it's a consolidation area, and then there was a strong reaction that happened right here, for like the pending like buy orders, basically in this area right here. So this is kind of how I would see the chart backwards, being that it had already hit the target level for take profit on this area, is doing the Fibonacci backwards. So on the smaller time frame, we would do the Fibonacci from this high to this low right here. And you can see it pretty much hit that 38.2. Usually when it hits 38.2, there's an aggressive reversal. So right now, we do see that aggressive reversal starting right there. Should be coming down to about this 23.6 area right there. But overall, because of this bigger consolidation that's happening here, I can see price hitting this 0.0, and then possibly down to negative 27%, and then this negative 61.8 at this very low of this consolidation area. So it's like there's like two Fibonacci's going on at one time. So it's really just looking at which way the current price is going right now, and if it's going into the uptrend. So this is kind of, I had Fibonacci training previously where I had talked about where you want to get in on the breakout of the 50%. Now, normally when it breaks out from the 61.8 and the 50% area, the target is going to be somewhere around this 100%. But there's also these areas as resistance. Now, for Fibonacci, I'm mainly looking at the 1 hour time frame, because usually the 1 hour time frame will give me those entries where it goes all the way to like the 100%, or it wouldn't be 100%, it would be 0% up here. So since price right now is going, it was going into an uptrend, but then now it's no longer going into an uptrend, it's coming back down. This is where we can place a sell. Place a sell. You can actually get in right now. This is Euro GBP. I mentioned that there's medium impact on Euro. Yeah, this one should be good for a sell. You could get in on this one for a 1-to-1. Normally I wait for like a breakout, but being that it's already on the move, this is somewhere around here. For something like this, I would definitely not do a 1-on-1. I would probably target even lower, down to this this low down here, and then put stop loss a bit higher, since it's going to be more of a longer term. So we can see price. So price was forming, going into this downtrend right here. If I got this resistance here, it's just continuing that downtrend. And then on this bigger time frame, so the 4 hour, we can see divergence happening here. So that's already playing out right there for the drop. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. So this is pretty much the setup for Euro GBP. Now let's check out the other ones. And by the way, I'm going to bring up the correlation pairs just so you guys can see again. With Euro GBP, so that one's not on this one, but we're going to check out GBP USD. Let's see. So this is one of the ones that that is kind of like Euro GBP on the bigger time frame, where or not Euro GBP, it was USDCAD. It was a big drop and then consolidation coming up into the uptrend, and then right now it's going into the downtrend. So with GBP USD, let's look at the bigger time frame. So strong resistance, strong support area down here. So I did my fibs from this high to this low right here. And then you can see, erase those fibs here. So you can see I drew the zone between 61.8 and 50% area. Price was around that area. It's doing its head and shoulder pattern right there, right at the 61 and 50% area. Price broke through, came back up. That's called the retest. So this is a pretty good selling zone right there. Now, I deleted the fibs, but pretty much for this fibs, we get the high to the low, and price is already around that 61.50% as far as this area here. But this is already doing that retest and then coming down. It's going to trap the price a bit more. Support. Okay. Now, it would be preferred for this to be a little more on the right side. Um, if it did do some type of consolidation like this and does like a triple top, that would even be better, or head and shoulder pattern or something. And then a breakout somewhere around here would be a better entry for this one right here for a sell. But overall, going to be looking at GBPUSD for a sell. Yeah. Okay. So another one was let's check out EURJPY. Now I'm going to go ahead and erase this. I'm going to erase this here. Do the full breakdown on this one. So monthly time frame. It's getting the major areas. Someone asked, what's the best 3 confirmations to enter in on a trade? So for the best 3 confirmations, it's going to be mainly like price action for entering in on any trade. That's going to be like the primary focus, and then anything that are like indicators. So as far as like certain breakouts that happen. So for example, if there's like a strong resistance right here, if there's a strong resistance and then we notice like a certain pattern on the smaller time frame in this area, then we would get in on a certain breakout. So it's mainly like being able to snipe out the trade and then just waiting for a certain breakout. So right now, being that this is like at a major support area, now this is the monthly, but if I go down to the weekly, it's basically going to be showing me the same thing. So, uh, overall looking at price action first, seeing if we see, we see lower lows, lower highs happening. But what we're going to look for is for that reversal to happen. So as we can see right here, this is forming a lower low right there. But if we see on RSI, prices showing that it's getting stronger on the RSI, which that's what's called divergence. So there's a chance in this area right here where this is just going to either consolidate like this and then wait for a certain breakout to happen so then you can get in on trade to be able to catch that reversal. Okay, so yeah, there's not really like 3 best confirmations as far as like my favorite. I do really like the RSI divergence and then certain breakouts on like major market patterns, or even when I can spot like, I'm gonna show you right now because I was on the weekly. So on the daily, since we know the monthly is already like this is a major support area on the monthly time frame, we can see on the daily there's like an inverted head and shoulder right here. The breakout did happen earlier. You can probably see that better on the 4-hour. So inverted head and shoulder, breakout happened, distance from here to here. It's a distance that should go up. So I don't think it really hit that target, but yeah, it's usually the distance that it should rise up and hit. Now, as far as the trend currently right now, so it's still on the uptrend formation right now. So you can see it's doing its higher highs, higher lows. This area right here is a good area to buy. There's a reaction right there, but it should continue to go up. You could, if you wanted to strap it like that, but it's overall, this one is going to be looking for a buy. Now, like I mentioned, this would have been the better area to buy right there. Low to high. Low to high right there, hit the 38.2, and it just reacted off of that. But I would say overall, this one, we're going to be looking at during the London session, seeing what kind of reaction we have there. So London session starts in 30 minutes. So we're going to see what kind of reaction happens right here if we see like this just continuing to go up. So I would say if this shows, you know, a good movement above here, because it's currently right now below this pivot point. So if it goes above here, I can see that definitely continue going up to negative 27% or 61.8. And then just continuing that uptrend. Okay, let's check out UJ. Someone said AJ. Okay, so for UJ, going to be looking at the bigger time frame. Major support here. This area. Okay, you're going to get this, this top zone here. Okay. So with UJ, you can kind of see this inverted head and shoulder pattern happening right here. Let's see, so we have major zone area right there. Okay, UJ is pretty crazy. So there's this resistance area. Let's try it out here. So there's this resistance area here, then there's this support area here. So it's just price right now is consolidating right there. And we're just looking for it to do something, because at this support, so this support line was broken through, but it still can continue to come back up because it hasn't formed the low just yet. If it does drop below, I can see it dropping, you know, down to S2 area down here. And then just continuing the downtrend. So it would be like be low, come back up, and then just start forming the downtrend. But as far as what I can see right here, so this is like a major support area. So, you know, price already hit drop below and then it's looking to go up. So usually when it reacts off of that, it should be going to the next major resistance area, which should be all the way up here. So that's going to be like the main thing to look for UJs is going to be a buy. So this to come back into place and then just continue going up. Once it breaks above here, basically the exact same thing backwards from this high to this low above here should be that profit area around that R2. Now there's something that you can do when price is like in a consolidation area, like a rectangle formation. Rectangle formations are going like this. So it's just back and forth from a resistance and a support. So anytime you see something like this, the distance from the top to the bottom is the distance that it should go once you see a breakout. And for these breakouts, it's either going to break above or it's going to break below. So you're just kind of waiting to see which way it's going to be breaking out. Now, what you can do is you can place a buy stop and sell stop. So Edwin just mentioned that in the comments area. Yeah, so it would be buy and sell stop. So it would look something like this. You would place a buy up here, and if you know the distance is this target right here, so you place a buy above that resistance, and then take profit right there. Risk to reward, you're going to put like a 1-to-2 ratio and have that set up. And then you can place your pending sell order, so the distance below, right down here, good risk to reward, and just have it set up like that. So that's kind of something that you can do with UJ. Chloe, you mentioned that there's divergence. So I can kind of see like in this area right here, there was divergence. So divergence is when you see the exact opposite. So from this point to this point, it's going down. From up here, it's going up. So that area right there is showing divergence. Now, this area here, if you're referring to this point and this point, it's not really divergence. It's just confirming that's what's happening. So this is true to the price. Okay. So yeah, so someone said to check UCAD. UCAD right now, I already caught the pips for that, so that's not really like a necessary pair to look at, but I can show you. Right now, what I can see happening with UCAD, let me bring this over. So with UCAD, what I can see happening, so price already broke through this major area here. I can see price coming up and then continuing to drop down. Can anyone tell me what pattern this is right here? Yep. Descending wedge. It's not a triple top. I don't know how you got that, but yeah. So it's a wedge. It's price was consolidating into this area, hit this resistance, price dropped down. And during this resistance area, there was divergence on the RSI. Price was showing that it was going up. Everything was showing that it was going up, then price dropped down. But yeah, as far as where price is currently at, so for retracement area, so we would get this high to this low, and then now we're looking for this retracement to happen. So Um, Now, by the way, for this this wedge here, so the distance from like this resistance area to this low is the distance that it should go once it breaks out. So we should be seeing this target somewhere around that negative 61.8, somewhere down here. But this was the catch of the downtrend. Now, especially when we see this really long move right here, it's confirming that it's a true breakout. Let's see, someone's question, what do you look for at the 50% or 61.8 Fibonacci level to confirm a reversal? For that area, so you look for anything that can kind of tell you that it's like looking to reverse. So there's a bunch of different things that can happen around the 50 and 61.8 area. Is like, let's just say price is going up. So if it's going into an uptrend, it's probably not going to look this perfect, but let's just say it's going into an uptrend like this, and then you notice it breaks below this support. Now, when it breaks below the support, the chances of you placing a sell right there, placing stop loss below here, and then take profit, like you do 23.6, 0% area, your risk to reward's really good, and your chances of it reversing, being that price comes up, hits this area, plus you have multiple confirmations, it's going to be higher. So that's kind of what you're looking with Fibonacci, is when price is around that area, and then you can probably see a breakout, might come up a little, and then form the right shoulder, and that's even a better confirmation. When you see like a certain pattern for a reversal, or maybe at the 61.8 area, it's like, let's just say price is coming up, and then it's just like coming down like this, and then you just trap it like that, and then price breaks through. So you're just really looking for what you notice for a for like a breakout or reversal. As far as, so someone's asking how much you need to start investing. You can start off with like $100. I recommend like $1,000. Not everyone has it, but the more money that you have, especially if you have practice on a demo account, and if you've proven consistency, then definitely definitely it's suggested to practice demo before you play around with bigger money. But as far as something that can help you guys out, so might as well bring this up. It actually just came to my mind. Was the trade journals. I know some of you guys have already got it. I don't know. Is there anyone in here who already got their trade journals? And if you haven't, I'm actually show you guys what it looks like, so you kind of have an idea what we're doing here. I know there was someone in here that messaged. I remember their name from the orders. Let me pull up the website. Abraham ordered one. Awesome. I think I remember your name, Abraham. But yeah, so basically this is what the trade journals look like, and just so you kind of have an idea of what it's used for. Nate said he ordered two. Tawo said he ordered one. Nice, congrats, you guys. Let me actually bring a bigger image of this. No. By the way, we changed the color of it, making it a brighter yellow. Okay, So this is what the trade planner looks like on the inside, and this is going to be helping you, keeping you accountable with your trades, with as far as like, you know, keeping track of the date, the currency pair that you're trading, like that's like the common general data stuff. But it's asking like what order type you're doing. So if it's going to be like an instant sale, if it's like a pending sell order, pending buy order, or like sell stop, buy stop, sell limit, buy limit, the entry level, the take profit 1, take profit 2 level, stop loss, what lot size you're using, the date of your entry, the time, um, your potential gain in pips, and then potential gain as far as like how much money you're going to be making if you hit like take profit 1 or take profit 2. So you're going to base off of this, like a 1.0 times 200 is $200, or 1.0 times 400 is $400 for take profit 2, and then how much you would lose for a trade, and putting down your risk to reward, and just keeping track of every single one of your trades. And one of the things right here, and this is actually the very key thing, is having 3+ confirmations before you get into any trade. So I put 3+ because I want people to remember that you're not going to get in just because you see like a head and shoulder pattern breakout. Like that should be 1 confirmation. But like for right here, broke below neckline of that head and shoulder, like divergence, 21 and 8 crossover, let's just say that happened, and then broke support on this trend line. And then, so there's over 3 confirmations to be able to get in on a sell for this trade. And then tracking your trades to see if you win or you lose the trade. And the ones that you lose, you figure out why you lost a trade. Maybe you missed like a major resistance area, or maybe like there was a major impact on the news like 30 minutes after you place the trade. Like there's so many different reasons, but the main thing is you're just keeping track of everything, and just making sure that you're getting it down. So yeah, this is going to be a good way. It's actually, I thought of everything with this journal as far as like what I use personally. Now I never had like a journal. I just had like a piece of paper that I would just write down my trades. So this is pretty much what it looks like on the piece of paper, probably a little more details on some of these things, but it's going to be better. So yeah, this is available for pre-order if you do want to get it. It's $14.99 if you go to shopforinvestors.com. Shopforinvestors.com, it will be one of the ones on there for pre-order. Now they are expected to come in about 3 weeks or so. Now, for those that did order theirs, so I mentioned there's going to be like some extra stuff. One of the items that I'm putting in there, I'm not going to mention, but I'll mention one of them, which I think is pretty cool to add on. It's not opening up. Give me 1 sec. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what it is. Okay. So the item is this one right here. So this is going to be pretty cool to have with your trade journal. It's going to be like a Market Masters Academy black and gold pen. It has gold inside of this area right here. So thought that was pretty cool. Pretty cool to have like with the trade journal, so it's like side by side. Looks pretty nice. So yeah, I ordered a bunch of these. Like personally, I needed pens around the office anyways, so like I ordered somewhere around like 2,000 or something. It's gonna be at like events and stuff, be passing them out for people, but it's gonna be included inside the trade journal. By the way, I'm like super excited for things to open back up from this coronavirus thing, because like inside of our office building we have a huge conference room where we can fit like 80 people or so to be able to do like teachings and stuff. So anyone that's like in the Orange County, California area, that's going to be pretty cool to come out in person, meet some of the staff here. And we have like 15. We have like, I want to say 15 people currently working for us. Some people remotely right now, and then some people in the office. So it's pretty cool. You guys get to meet all of us. But yeah, so also, here's another pretty cool thing. So I'm expected to get a faster car than the Lambo. Someone just mentioned, can't wait to pull up in the Lambo. So I'm gonna get a faster car than my Lambo. It's gonna be well, let's see if someone can guess what's faster than a Lambo. See who can guess in the chat area. Okay, you guys are saying exotics. Someone got close. Juan got kind of close. Yeah, Nico got it right. Now what kind of Tesla X? Model X. That's it. You got it right. So I haven't announced it like on social media or anything yet. That's going to be something that I ordered it, so I'm just expecting it to arrive pretty soon. But I'm pretty excited for that one, because like the Lamborghini is pretty fast. Like it feels awesome with the engine and everything. But like I've felt the kick of a Tesla X, and it's like it's super crazy. 0 to 60 in like in 2.6. Is that right? No, I'm not selling the Lambo. Come on. No, I'm gonna keep the Lambo. Keep the Mercedes. It's just gonna be like a third car just for fun. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah. So, by the way, you guys see me post about like the luxury lifestyle and stuff. I haven't really been doing it as often. Like I just post like Lamborghini and stuff. Before I used to flash like cash, which kind of led to me getting robbed because someone had saw it and they're like, this dude has cash, that's a target. So we had got robbed. This was like probably 8 months ago. They took like over 100 grand in cash, um, but I still made it all back, so they can go blow it and suck one. But yeah, um, I don't have a CCW just yet, but I do have. They have a bunch of different guns. They took some guns too, which I need to go back to Vegas. Vegas, by the way, and this is just ranting, but Vegas, you can literally, if you're a resident in Vegas, which, by the way, that's actually something that I would suggest go to a state. If you're in California, you can go to a state that has. Let me actually stop recording real quick.